In last week's matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs, one thing that really stood out was how well the Raiders' defensive line was able to generate pressure on quarterback Patrick Mahomes. The Raiders in total for the day got 5 sacks, and just all day long they did a good job maintaining relentless pressure on him. And one player that just really stood out on film and popped on the screen was Raiders defensive end Chaisson. He had a standout performance against the Chiefs, recording 1.5 sacks in what has definitely been his best game thus far with the silver and black. Now, Chaisson signed with us earlier this season after multiple different injuries on the defensive line, most notably Malcolm Koonce being out for the season. But Chaisson, he's still very young at 25 years of age. A quick background on him is he played college football at LSU, where he was a standout pass rusher. He totaled 92 tackles, 19 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks over 3 seasons with the LSU Tigers. He played a crucial role in LSU's national championship run, demonstrating elite athleticism as a pass rusher for the LSU Tigers. And his NFL journey, he was selected 20th overall in the first round by the Jacksonville Jaguars in the 2020 NFL Draft. In Jacksonville, he played 4 seasons where he totaled 72 total tackles, 5 sacks, and 11 tackles for loss in 57 games. Now, despite him showing some flashes of potential, overall he struggled with consistency, leading to the Jaguars declining his 5th-year option after the 2023 season. And in 2024, the Raiders acquired him, giving him an opportunity for a fresh start. And with the Raiders, Chaisson has found a role complementing Max Crosby alongside of other defensive linemen, helping him potentially revitalize his career. But today I just wanted to jump into the film and just break down some of the most notable plays I noticed from him in this matchup. Now, here on a 3rd and long, we get him with his hand in the dirt, and unfortunately he tries to time this snap, but he gets there too early. It leads to a penalty and a free play for Mahomes and the Chiefs down the field, which they were able to convert on. He's got to do a better job anticipating and watching the ball right here, but not a big mistake. 3rd and 10 here, and we got him out in space 1v1 against the left tackle, and he uses a really nice hand swipe move to get free into the backfield, and he's just able to get home and bring down Patrick Mahomes for the sack. This is just a great rep right here. Third and goal inside the red zone, and here he is able to use that swipe move once again. Does a really good job with his hands. I also like the bend he showcases here, able to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, makes him uncomfortable. He gets a quarterback hit, but right here, I mean, we do got to tip our hat off to Mahomes as he is still able to make the play with the jump ball throw into the end zone for the touchdown. But when it comes to the Raiders defensive line, when it comes to Chaisson, there's not much more you can ask from him. He made Patrick Mahomes really work for that touchdown. Good defense, better offense in this scenario. But once again, Chaisson showcasing some nice film out there. Here we got him lined up on the opposite side of the line this time, hand in his dirt once again, and he's able to sell a speed rush off the edge, which then eventually turns into a power rush. With that bull rush move, he drives right tackle Jawan Taylor right into the lap of Patrick Mahomes, and the Raiders defense is able to get home once again. He got credit for half a sack right here, but just another great rep right here. Another 3rd and long, and this time he is going to line up at the 3 tech spot on the interior of the defensive line. And if we slow this play down off the snap, you can see he does have a pretty good get off right here. He nearly goes stride for stride with Max Crosby, and we all know Crosby, he has elite get off. But he does a good job on this rep, just being aware of the quarterback, and he's able to track down Mahomes. And as he sees Mahomes moving to his left, he's going to chase him down, almost looking like a quarterback spy in a sense here. But Patrick Mahomes, you can see here, it looked like he wanted to scramble to his left, but he then sees and senses the pressure from Chaisson. Also, Tyree Wilson was in there as well. But you can see Chaisson coming on a full sprint, and he forces Patrick Mahomes to go back inside and he leads them right into defensive end Max Crosby. And honestly, this is another play where I gotta give credit to Kermit, as somehow, some way he avoids the sack from Max Crosby. And with all that pressure in his face, he's able to get this throw off and throw it right into DeAndre Hopkins' hands. But luckily for us, the wide receiver drops it. But I really love what I saw from Chaisson right here, and Tyree Wilson as well. Not allowing Patrick Mahomes to get out of the pocket. Really good stuff right here. And here, this is just another really nice rep. He uses the hand swipe once again. He also shows off the athleticism, using like a little hop move as he beats his man, and he's able to get a free shot on Patrick Mahomes once again. And ultimately, they credit Max Crosby with the sack right here, but it should have gone to Chaisson in my opinion. Just another fantastic rep from him, forcing a stop on defense on third down once again. Here on this rep, he is unable to win the hand battle, but I just like his pad level right here. And ultimately, he's able to use power to drive back the left tackle, and once again gets right into the lap of Patrick Mahomes, making him feel very uncomfortable and eventually forcing him to get the ball out quickly. And ultimately, he causes Patrick Mahomes to throw an incomplete pass here, as he had to throw this without his feet even being set off of his back foot. And it leads to an inaccurate throw right here. But just another example of him being relentless and him being all over Patrick Mahomes. Another third and long for the Raiders defense. And on this rep, I mean, he isn't able to get home and get a sack or get a quarterback hit or anything like that. But I just love how he reacts to that. He does the next best thing. I just love the relentless effort we see from him right here. After the pass is thrown, he immediately sprints towards the ball carrier to help secure the tackle, and ultimately forces the Kansas City Chiefs to punt the ball once again late in the fourth quarter. Just a great team effort type play right here from Chaisson, and ultimately showcases that athleticism once again. So overall, Raider Nation, K'Lavon Chaisson stood out and flashed on tape in this week's matchup. Overall, he's a young, athletic, raw prospect that still has some upside moving forward in his career. With the Raiders, he has begun to show some flashes as an edge rusher on the opposite side of Max Crosby. And one thing to note is Max Crosby also loves to use that little hand swipe technique move. So you gotta wonder how much influence having a superstar defensive end like Max Crosby has helped him in his development as a player. His performance against Kansas City was highlighted with 1.5 sacks that should have been 2.5, where he showcased his relentless ability to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. And this game was somewhat reminiscent of Malcolm Koonce's breakout game last season against Kansas City Chiefs on that Christmas Day matchup. And to be honest, he showed something that we are still waiting on with our 2023 first round pick in Tyree Wilson, and that is just explosiveness as a pass rusher off the edge. And look, I don't really want to knock Tyree Wilson too much. I mean, he has been improving little by little, but it's just true. I mean, these are the type of performances we were expecting from a guy that high in that draft. We've been waiting to see Tyree Wilson develop another move besides the bull rush, and just overall, if he could be as explosive as how Chaisson looked in this matchup. But Chaisson is a very intriguing player, as he is still very young, 25 years of age. He still has some upside to reach his potential, and if we can continue to build off of this momentum, he could be a key piece of the Raiders pass rush rotation moving forward, especially with the possibility of a guy like Malcolm Koonce returning next season. We got Christian Wilkins, who's going to be back next season, and hopefully Tyree Wilson can continue to improve. It's still too early for me to just completely disregard him. He has been improving, but if the Raiders defensive line can get healthy, and if Chaisson can continue to develop, this could be a scary sight for opposing offenses down the road. The Raiders could have really great depth at the defensive line position next season, but I really liked what I saw from Chaisson in this matchup. He's one of those players that has talent. He's very athletic, and under the right system and the right situation, he could deliver on that first round talent that he displayed back in college. His potential is definitely worth keeping an eye on, especially as he continues to gel with the Raiders defensive line unit. But Raider Nation, let me know what you think of K'Lavon's performance this week against the Kansas City Chiefs. But with that being said, that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.